Think paradise is just sun, sea, and white sand? Then Seychelles is about to change everything you thought you knew. This tiny island nation in the heart of the Indian Ocean isn't just breathtakingly beautiful. It's full of strange, one-of-a-kind wonders you'd barely believe exist. From tree-climbing crabs and coconuts with seductive shapes to beaches that vanish within hours. Follow the Shin now and join me as we uncover 10 bizarre and unbelievable things about Seychelles, where nature isn't just stunning, it's full of surprises. 1. The smallest country with the smallest capital. Tiny but mighty. In the vast heart of the Indian Ocean lies a country so small that, if you fell asleep on a boat, you might pass right by without even realizing it. Seychelles is an archipelago covering only about 459 kilometers, but don't let its size fool you. This tiny nation is one of the world's most famous luxury getaways. The capital of Seychelles, Victoria, is just as tiny as the country itself. Spanning only 7 kilometers, it's considered one of the smallest capitals on the planet. But here's the interesting part. Despite its size, Victoria is full of life. You can walk around the city center in less than an hour, but in that short stroll, you'll be immersed in the scent of tropical flowers, the joyful laughter of the locals, and the vibrant mix of African and European cultures. Right in the heart of the capital stands a striking landmark, the Victoria Clock Tower. It may look simple, but it's actually a miniature version of London's Big Ben, erected in 1903 to mark the period when Seychelles became a British colony. To this day, the clock still ticks steadily, like a witness of history in this charming little city. What makes Victoria truly special is its extraordinary sense of peace. No high-rise buildings, no traffic jams, and no blaring horns. Life here flows slowly and gently, much like the relaxed pace of its residents. Calm, content, and full of joy. The people of Seychelles take pride in the fact that while their country may be small, they possess a piece of paradise that no visitor ever forgets. 2. Coco de mer, the strangest coconut on earth. Amid the untouched nature of Seychelles, there exists a remarkable tree that has amazed the world. The coco de mer, a type of coconut that grows in only one place on earth. What makes the coco de mer so famous is its fruit, which uncannily resembles the shape of a woman's buttocks, full and smooth to the point of making many first-time viewers blush. Each fruit can weigh up to 30 kilograms and has earned the title of the sexiest fruit on the planet. This species only thrives in the Vallée de Mai rainforest, a place often referred to as the real-life Garden of Eden, and recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The trees have distinct male and female forms, with the male flowers curiously shaped like the male genitalia, leading locals to revere the plant as a sacred symbol of fertility. Long before Seychelles was discovered, people used to find coco de mer nuts washed ashore and believed they came from a mysterious underwater forest. Today, each nut is numbered, strictly monitored, and sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars as a natural treasure. If you ever visit Seychelles, be sure to see this bizarre fruit with your own eyes, because it's not only unique in appearance but also carries with it ancient legends of the ocean and the origins of life. 3. Curious Island, home of the giant tortoises. If you've ever dreamed of strolling through the wild alongside giant tortoises, then Curious Island in Seychelles is the place where that dream comes true. Curious is a small, uninhabited island located just off the coast of Pristine. It's a special nature reserve, home to over 300 giant Aldabra tortoises that roam freely, slowly making their way through the forest, across sandy paths, and along the shoreline like the island's gentle old guardians. What's fascinating is that you won't find fences or enclosures here. The tortoises aren't kept in captivity. They live in harmony with their natural environment and might suddenly appear in front of you on a jungle trail or be sunbathing peacefully on the rocky shore. Beyond the tortoises, Curious also captivates with its pristine mangrove forests, rare coco de mer palms, and the remnants of a 19th century leprosy colony, now transformed into a small museum that tells the stories of those who once lived in isolation on this remote island. There are no hotels or resorts on Curieuse. Visitors can only explore it by day, usually arriving by boat from Pristine. But it's exactly this untouched and uninhabited nature that gives Curieuse its raw charm, as if you've stepped back in time to the Jurassic era, where humans take a back seat and giant tortoises rule the land. 4. Women of Seychelles, captivating from natural beauty to subtle elegance. Seychelles is not only enchanting for its natural landscapes but also for its women, often described as the very soul of the islands, blending wild charm with unexpected elegance. Seychellois women are a unique mix of African, European, and Indian heritage, which gives them striking features: radiant brown skin, deep, mesmerizing eyes, and voluminous, curly hair full of personality. They don't need heavy makeup, because their natural aura, bright smiles, and confident gaze are what truly make them magnetic. In a place where the ocean is a constant companion, Seychellois women grow up under the sun, with the sea breeze and white sands as part of their daily lives. They often wear colorful outfits and vibrant scarves, expressing their personality and lively fashion sense. Whether they're at the market or attending a festival, they radiate effortless elegance, never overdone, yet always standing out. What's especially remarkable is their independence and strong presence in society. Many hold leadership roles, run businesses, or actively contribute to the arts, education, and environmental causes. In Seychelles, women are not just beautiful. They are symbols of strength, modernity, and inspiration. Meeting a Seychellois woman, you'll realize that true beauty isn't found in makeup, but in presence, and in the way she loves and owns who she is. 5. The vanishing beaches. A natural mystery of Seychelles. Have you ever seen a beach completely disappear within just a few hours? In Seychelles, this strange phenomenon is not only real, but happens like clockwork every day at Anse Georgette and Anse Lazio, two of the most stunning beaches on the planet. When the tide is low, you'll see stretches of powdery white sand embracing crystal-clear turquoise waters. But just a few hours later, the sea quietly rises, silently swallowing the entire shoreline, transforming the idyllic beach into a shimmering wall of blue. From a distance, it feels like nature is playing a magic trick, hiding its beauty in the most mysterious way. This isn't an uncommon phenomenon on islands, but what makes it special in Seychelles is how rapidly and dramatically it happens. The beach can vanish completely in the blink of an eye, leaving visitors in awe. Locals have their own ways of reading the sea. They watch the moon, the wind, and even the scent of the water to know when it's the right time to visit or avoid these beaches. Some even joke that the beach has moods, sometimes opening up to welcome guests, other times retreating into solitude. So if you want to witness the full magic of these mysterious shores, timing is everything. Because just a few hours later, what you saw might simply disappear before your eyes. 6. Vallée de Mai, a real-life Garden of Eden. Tucked away on Praslin Island, Vallée de Mai is one of the world's most rare and mysterious ancient forests. Many believe that if the Garden of Eden ever existed, this might be the closest thing to it. Untouched, pure, and full of mystery. What makes Vallée de Mai truly unique is the presence of wild coco de mer trees, an ancient species found nowhere else on Earth. These towering palms stretch skyward, with fan-shaped leaves so large they form a natural canopy, making you feel as if you've stepped into a fairy tale world. The moment you enter, you're immersed in the raw sounds of nature, the flap of bird wings, the whisper of wind through the leaves, and the earthy scent of damp forest floor. It's home to many rare species, most notably the elusive Seychelles black parrot, with only a few hundred individuals left in existence. There are no restaurants here, no amusement parks, just pristine nature, where time slows down and you can reconnect with the most primal forms of life. The trails lead you through ancient vegetation, where every tree and every moss-covered rock seems to carry an old story. UNESCO declared Vallée de Mai a World Heritage Site not just for its one-of-a-kind ecosystem, but also for its spiritual value. It is seen as the sacred heart of Seychelles. If you've ever dreamed of walking through an enchanted forest straight out of myth, Vallée de Mai may be the doorway into that dream. 7. The island that once held pirate treasure, a legend with no ending. Seychelles is not only famous for its mesmerizing nature, but also wrapped in tales of legendary pirates. And to this day, many believe real treasure is still buried somewhere among the islands. Among the 115 islands of Seychelles, the tiny island of Moyen stands at the heart of one of the most captivating stories. Legend has it that in the 18th century, infamous pirate crews like Olivier Levasseur and Labousse used this island as a hideout and buried their loot from raided merchant ships. It's said that as he was being hanged, Labousse threw a coated piece of paper into the crowd and shouted, "Whoever deciphers this will find my treasure." To this day, gold, jewels, and priceless artifacts, worth millions of dollars, are believed to lie hidden deep within the ground of Seychelles, especially on Moyen Island, where several excavations have taken place, but no definite discoveries have ever been made. The legend came back to life when a former British newspaper editor, Brendan Grimshaw, bought Moyen in 1962 and lived there alone for over 40 years. He dedicated his life to preserving the island's nature and quietly searching for the pirate treasure. Until his death, he believed he was living right on top of it. Today, Moyen is the smallest national park in the world, open for visitors to explore. Whether the treasure is real or not, the story alone is enough to stir curiosity and excitement, with many secretly hoping to stumble upon a chest of gold buried beneath some ancient tree. 8. The floating granite rocks of Ladig, a natural masterpiece that defies gravity. Can you believe that on a serene tropical beach, there are massive boulders that appear to be floating in mid-air, stacked atop one another without any glue or support? On Ladig Island, the peaceful gem of Seychelles, this seemingly impossible sight unfolds right before your eyes in the most spectacular way. The most famous spot is Anse Source d'Argent, known as the most photographed beach in the world. Here, ancient granite boulders with surreal shapes are layered upon each other, some looking like they're hanging in the air, as if a single touch could send them crashing down. Yet they've remained unmoved for millions of years. This isn't magic, but the result of wind, water, and time slowly shaping the rocks over hundreds of millions of years. Still, what stuns visitors isn't just the geological oddity, it's the surreal atmosphere, as if you've stepped into a fantasy film where nature has arranged everything with impossible precision. At sunset, the granite turns shades of soft pink, amber, and gold, reflecting off the crystal-clear water to create a scene so dreamlike it hardly seems real. Many say that if there's a heaven made especially for photographers, it must be here. Ladig has no major roads, and the main modes of transportation are bicycles and ox carts, adding to the island's poetic and untouched charm. In a fast-paced modern world, Ladig feels like a place where time stands still, and those floating granite rocks serve as a gentle reminder that nature always knows how to leave us in awe. 9. The giant coconut crab, the mysterious coconut hunter of the wild islands. When you think of crabs, you probably imagine small creatures scuttling along the ground or under the sea. But on some remote islands of Seychelles, There exists a crab so unbelievable that it'll leave you speechless at first sight. The giant coconut crab, a tree-climbing, coconut-breaking marvel of nature. Known as the robber crab, the coconut crab is the largest land-dwelling crab in the world. It can weigh up to 4 kilos, nearly 9 pounds, and has claws that span over half a meter. What's most jaw-dropping is its ability to climb tall coconut trees, grip the hard trunks with ease, snap off coconuts using its powerful claws, and expertly crack them open like a seasoned nutcracker. Watching a giant coconut crab slowly climb a tree, cling to the rough bark, then casually gnaw on a coconut like it's munching on a snack is both awe-inspiring and slightly eerie. Though wild, these crabs are surprisingly calm around humans, and some even seem to pose confidently when you pull out a camera. They're most active at night, and if you're camping on islands like Aldabra or Assumption, you might hear strange thudding sounds after dark. That's the sound of these coconut burglars having their midnight feast. Locals consider the coconut crab a precious part of Seychelles' unique ecosystem, and hunting them is strictly forbidden. Many visitors leave in astonishment asking, "Wait, crabs can climb trees?" But yes, in Seychelles, nature always finds a way to surprise you with the unimaginable. 10. The bird that can talk to humans. Nature is never silent. Deep within the dense, untouched rainforests of Seychelles lives a bird so special that when you speak to it, it just might talk back. Meet the Seychelles black parrot, a rare species with only a few hundred individuals left, often called the soul of the Vallée de Mai forest. Unlike the typical parrots kept as pets, the Seychelles black parrot has a mysterious beauty. Glossy black feathers with a purplish sheen, intelligent eyes, and an uncanny ability to mimic human sounds. Locals say that if you stand still and gently speak in the forest, these birds may sometimes respond with sounds that resemble a reply, as if they truly understand what you're saying. What makes this bird even more precious is its need for a quiet, untouched habitat. They only thrive in pristine primary forests and are extremely selective about who they approach. They are not easy to spot, but once trust is established, a black parrot may fly close, observe you, and even let out melodic chirps that feel like a real conversation. Today, the Seychelles black parrot is seen as a symbol of sustainable life and the deep, quiet connection between humans and nature. It reminds us that in the seemingly silent world of the rainforest, there are always creatures listening and replying, just in their own mysterious ways. Seychelles isn't just a luxury getaway. It's a treasure trove of the world's rarest and strangest wonders. Every island, every creature, every story here carries its own unique color, wild, mysterious, and unmistakably one of a kind. If you're someone who craves offbeat adventures, drawn to enchanting places that few have ever set foot on, then Seychelles is the dream journey you never knew you needed. And don't forget, hit follow on the Shin and join me as we keep exploring the world's most extraordinary hidden gems, where every step tells a story worth remembering.